what's the next chapter?
Let's play some D&D.
I think Spencer's probably ready for that.
I guess. I'm ready. I'm ready for anything.
Right?
I don't know. I'm not ready.
Spencer, I told him, like, you know, maybe we'll play D&D, maybe we won't. It's up to him, but...
Yeah, because Spencer, you were away for a couple weeks. You didn't play D&D. We were at Spencerless for a while.
Well, I mean, I should correct you. You did play D&D.
Oh, yeah, but we didn't play it with you. And like,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Also, to be quite honest, there's been about 17 other shows where we didn't really play D&D, and you were there.
So, yeah. Maybe let's fill the time while Spencer gets ready. Let's do our pain segment, our human pain segment.
All right.
Who's the most in pain? Well, this hand is just, like, up immediately. Are you willing to come up and talk about your pain?
Yes.
All right. Come on up.
All right. What's your name, young lady?
Katie.
Katie. Welcome Katie to the stage, would you?
Okay, there you go.
I'm so happy to be here.
Wow.
Hi, Jeff.
Good to meet you.
Hi.
Well, you seem pretty happy for somebody that's in a lot of pain.
I'm really happy. Harmontown.
Can you...
I don't have a ticket, no.
Step forward a bit.
I don't have a ticket.
What's going on in your life that brings you so much heartache?
Okay. Hello, everyone.
I know it's disorienting because you hear people. It's like being in an airport, but they're listening. It's
Okay.
There's just sort of chuffa, like...
Okay, so basically I'm going to try to make it short just because I don't want to drag out the story. But I just remember you guys talking on the podcast about how you can get very overwhelmed with emotion a lot in your life. And like I just remember you mentioning you wearing a suit that's kind of like your defense. And that was something I really related to. Like a few years ago when I had this really big up and down thing with this one guy. And it finally ended. Like I came to realize that like my emotions overwhelm me so much. Like I don't know how to deal with it. And I feel like you guys might be able to relate to that. So I just wanted to know like how you've lived with that through your life because I'm really lost. Like,
Is this a breakup that you're still going through? Are you still coping with it?
It ended like when I was 17 or 18, but like...
But you keep thinking about it.
Yeah, like people would always say, well, you're too young to be in love. Like, you don't know what you're thinking. You're just a teenager. But like, I always told them, well, you can say that, but...
How long has it been?
Since we broke up?
Yeah.
Probably like 5 years.
Oh.
And I mean, I don't talk to him anymore. Like,
Really?
We didn't end on horrible terms, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't want anything to do with me.
You just keep thinking about that one relationship. You don't have contact with them. You don't.
No.
You don't have mutual friends.
We do, but we don't see each other. Like I know he doesn't want to be around me, and
Have
that's
you dated
fine.
anyone since then?
I did recently for a few weeks. They were really good immediately. So we were almost just like we'd been dating for like a year, and then he said he realized that it wasn't a good time in his life for a relationship, but I hadn't done anything wrong, so that was really comforting.
Yeah, so he was lying.
It was comforting, but it was still kind of a big shock, especially since I just said I feel everything very, very strongly, and I cripple under my emotions.
Is there a main emotion that you feel? Like, is it regret or loss or separation or?
I think just separation from people who I feel like I just enjoy being around them a lot, but
You lost a group of friends as well when that went away?
No, not really.
Or just him?
One person, yeah. I don't know. I cling very strongly to people that I feel like I can connect with, and then when I lose that, it's just
Have you been able to have a relationship since then, or in the last 5 years?
Well, I just had this one recently, but it was only like 3 weeks, and that ended a couple weeks ago.
Is it because that other one cast a shadow over everything else, or just other reasons?
No, it was other reasons.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that to me, I mean, I don't know the details of it. It's, and also I've never gone through anything like this. I wouldn't be able to like really commiserate with you, but I think the ability to feel strongly emotionally about something is the most important thing in the world. And I think that as I've grown up a little bit, I've learned to, when you talk about wearing a suit of armor, whatever our things are that we do, that we use to keep the world away, you've learned as you grow up that letting people in is really dangerous emotionally, and you pay a price for getting older. We've all paid prices no matter how old you are if you're in this room. I think I've gotten a little less emotional and much better at finding quick, clever ways of keeping people at arm's length. And that does not make your life better at all.
No, and I don't want to keep people at arm's length. And like after that big breakup happened when I was younger, I felt like that Simon and Garfunkel song, I'm a Rock. Like I wanted to be that because I realized that if I opened up the floodgates to my feelings, like I would never be able to control it. It's just too much.
Like,
so you cut it all off.
Connecting with other human beings is the most wonderful thing in the world. But like people have accused me of being really aloof, and I can be, and I am. Because it's like if I let everybody in, I'm so emotionally.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like a big radar antenna for whatever's wrong in the room.
Yeah.
And if I open up that floodgate, I will fall on the ground and start crying.
No, I'm exactly like that. Like I'm trying to hold it together right now. But like,
Do you have triggers you go back to? Do you have songs you listen to and pictures you look at?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of music.
I was just kidding about him lying. I don't know. But I mean, the great news is that you're in this really exciting time in your life where you feel, like you said, you feel like you're starting to cry. Like, and that feels like a negative emotion, and I guess like definitively it is. But it's also great because this is the time when you get to like discover new things, and you're going to be with other people.
Yes.
Like Claire Danes says in My So-Called Life.
God bless her.
It hurts until it doesn't. So if you're feeling bad right now, like you're going to meet other people.
Oh,
like and this first experience, like the pain of that, if you're feeling bad, like you look like a creative person, like use that energy to do as many crazy weird things as possible.
But she's been hurting for 5 years, which at first glance is like, okay, that's on the fringe of the bell curve. I mean,
I don't know if you said that you've been hurting consistently for 5 years.
I mean, things were very up and down. He's a really vague person, so I would always pour my heart out to him, and then he'd be like, yeah.
I think he's become a legend in your mind that's not really a real person anymore. I know I had that person.
Yeah, maybe you're just really romantic. Like,
I'm very romantic.
I mean, you at this point have imagined him to be something for longer than you knew him, which is fine and doesn't make it any less real. But it means that that you get to free yourself from that. But I'm a big fan of pain and making things.
How often are you checking in with him?
What's that?
How often are you checking in with the songs and the pictures and Facebook?
I mean, well, honestly, it's not about this guy. It's just about me realizing that I have this like massive like storehouse of emotions to deal with in my life.
I say be that person. I think that the price that we pay for all the shit that we've gone through, the painful stuff, the hurtful stuff, the stuff that will never go away. It shouldn't ever go away. Right. But that's the stuff that makes you creative. That's the stuff that's human beings, as far as we know, are the only species that turns pain into artwork.
Yes.
We tell stories. We sing songs. We arrange flowers. We do shit that's how we expiate our pain, and that creates relief for other people. We turn our pain, like Dan's a painful person, Aaron is, Spencer is, I am, and Neil is, we all are. Artwork is letting other people experience your pain like for them.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's catharsis.
Do you have a craft? What are you passionate about?
I kind of want to do everything, but I don't really know where to start. If that makes any sense, like I want to paint, I want to do movies, I want to
do them all,
do everything. I want to try, yeah.
Well, I think your job is your job is to figure out how you would explain to a stranger, whether through visuals or audio or feeling or whatever, how do you transmit that pain to them?
Yes,
because it can't hurt them at all.
Yes.
All it can do is make them go, holy shit,
exactly.
I felt that way once.
No, yeah.
And if you felt that way for 5 years, that speaks well to your potential to transmit to other people. And it's all about you. It's definitely not about this guy.
I think most importantly, focus on what makes you so cool. Obviously, like the entrance that you're going in before into the castle that is love and like a relationship that's like stabilized and whatever. Like I know I didn't get into that quote unquote castle until later, and was in a lot of relationships. But the like. You get to really figure out why you're cool. Don't fall into the trap of focusing on the other person, because that's easy. That's easy to focus on other people and whatever else.
I mean, I think the two biggest things I want to know is like I'm not the only person who feels completely just like kicked into the ground by how strongly I feel stuff. I
You,
feel like
you aren't. You aren't.
I wonder if there's anybody out there that's ever felt absolutely emotionally
I'm
devastated.
4 years past a girlfriend, and I'm still constantly thinking about her. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to be able to feel like I feel like everybody just always has all their shit together, and I'm the only one.
No one has all. No.
Spencer,
I mean, I know that's irrational.
Spencer,
but
do you have
feel like that?
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone fakes it like that. You just got to get good at faking it. I mean, I think that's what I do.
Do you bring it back up? Do you have songs? Do you have pictures you look at? Do you?
No, it was all on my old phone, and I have a new phone now. But that's
a good idea.
That's hilarious. Having a new phone. Nothing's funnier than the iPhone 5S Gold. But yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. There's nothing you could do about it.
Yeah.
Feelings are like seasons. They just fucking happen, and you either get in a house or you get wet.
Yeah, I mean, I've accepted that they're there. I just want to be able to like survive and turn it into something good and not just me like crying. Like I want to make it something positive, you know?
Well, look, here's the thing. Everyone in this room, I think, shares that with you. I think it's part of being a human being.
Yeah.
But you're going through your own thing, which makes us as human beings the greatest thing in the world, because we all share sorrow, but we all have individual sorrow, and that's the flag that you get to wave. Like that makes us.
That's all I got going for me right now.
The danger is that you'll let your emotionalness, your sensitivity, don't let that harden you. Don't put a shell up. And become, because that'll age you, that'll make you bitter, that'll make you unhappy, and it also will shut you. We're going to stop getting the full version of Katie.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, be emotional, be a wreck, be a weirdo, and don't ever apologize for it, because I'm going to start crying right now because it's the greatest thing in the world.
And be proud that you came here and told 200 people about your feelings and what hurts you. It's very
And they aren't
great.
hating you for it. They're digging it.
Go out in the crowd right now and see how many people will shake your hand, high five you, or hug you right now. Yeah, Katie, show Katie what it's like to be a fucking human being. Yeah. And then go get a free pass with Bethany, because she's giving it away.
I think about the things that she's describing. I think about the movie Say Anything with John Cusack. What's it, Lily Taylor? Is that the actress who plays the character who's constantly obsessed with her ex-boyfriend, who keeps writing songs about him? She's characterized that archetype as like, oh, she should get over him, but really what she should do is keep playing guitar and like really figuring out how to get that shit out, because one of those songs will hit. Like, I think it is her responsibility to wipe her ass with the world. That's what an artist should do.
The most empowering feeling is realizing like 2 years after the fact someone's broken up with you and you've written all these songs and you're angry and being like, holy shit, this person that I've been getting over is a projection that I created. Right. So now I doubly own this person who I thought owned me.
And I made $8 off of him.
But how do you feel about the idea that like love is the same chemical? Like if we don't trigger it, it dissipates. It's this very analog thing.
Yeah, it's true. But how do you trigger it? I mean,
songs and pictures.
She's not hanging out. Well, that's what. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like no matter what, this is certainly the best D&D we've ever done.